Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Summer Summary. After my last video, I asked you guys what team you would like me to discuss next, so I got a reaction on that video, but a lot of you commented on my Instagram as well. So some of these teams were the Knicks, Nets, Raptors, Celtics, so that made it pretty easy for me, and it led me right to the Atlantic Division in the East. And the first team that's up will be the Boston Celtics. So last year wasn't that special for them. They had some injuries, but they did manage to get into the playoffs. They only have 41 wins, which is their lowest win total since 2004, if I'm not mistaken. But they got eliminated by the Knicks in 6 games during the first round of the playoffs. So let's take a look at what happened this summer. First of all, they got a new head coach with Brad Stevens. Obviously, Doug Rivers, he's coaching for the Los Angeles Clippers now. But Stevens, he's still very young with 36 years of age, but he has been coaching since 2001 in college. He coached for Butler University in Indianapolis, and he has won multiple awards, including Coach of the Year. Next up, they signed a few rookies. They got Phil Pressey, who was undrafted, but he had a strong performance in the summer league, and they signed him. I think his father was an NBA player as well. I don't know what name was. Next, they signed Vitor Favorani. He's a forward/center who has a lot of experience in the European League, and he plays for the Brazilian national team as well. And last off, they got Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk, he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks with the 13th pick. And I gotta say, it paid off. He had a very strong performance in the summer league. He's a very versatile, very promising player, and he's definitely, the caliber of player that you can build around for the future. So that's a good thing. He's one of the best signings they did this summer, in my opinion. Next to all these players that they signed, they had 2 trades. One was very low-key. They traded Fab Melo and some cash to the Memphis Grizzlies in exchange for Dante Green. But both players already got waived by their respective teams, so nothing big that happened there. And then, there's this other trade. You probably know what I'm talking about. Probably the biggest trade that happened this summer. But let's take a look at what exactly went down. The Boston Celtics, who did they get? They got Marshall Brooks, Keith Bogans, Chris Joseph, Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphries, and 3 first-round picks, respectively, in 2014, 16, and 18 from the Brooklyn Nets. Now, on the other hand, the Brooklyn Nets, they didn't get a lot of quantity in that trade, but they did get some decent quality. They got DJ White, Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. Now, let this sink in for a moment. If you're a Celtics fan and you were thinking about next season when they got eliminated from the playoffs last year, you could say, okay, we still got one of the best coaches in the league with Doug Rivers. Nope, he's gone. Okay, damn, that's okay. We still got Pierce and Garnett, both still ready to fight for a championship. Hate to break it to you, but nope, they're gone as well. Damn, shit, man. No, at least we got Rajon Rondo, one of the best point guards in the league. Nope, he's injured, and there's not an exact timetable for his return yet. Could be that he's back by December, but Danny Ainge already stated that they're gonna, take that kind of Derrick Rose approach. So if he won't be able to play this year, they aren't gonna play him this year. So we'll have to wait for that. So with all this stuff happening, I can understand that a lot of people are afraid the Celtics won't make the playoffs, and that it's going to take a while before they can get back to the championship level they had a few years ago. But if you take a closer look, the new roster, it doesn't look that bad at all. It's kind of impossible to say who will be the starters and who will be on the bench at the moment, so let's just take a look on which players they have. Starting with the guards, you have Rajon Rondo, Avery Bradley, Phil Pressey, Courtney Lee, Marshall Brooks, Jordan Crawford, and Keith Bogans. And at the forward spot, you've got Jeff Green, Gerald Wallace, Brandon Bass, Jared Sullinger, Kelly Olynyk, Chris Humphries, and Vitor Favorani. Forward, center, whatever. So To be honest with you, this is a team that could definitely compete for a playoff spot. There's been a lot of big lineup changes or some interesting signings that happened in the East, so it's still very early to predict. But I'd say they definitely have a shot at making the playoffs this year. They don't need to worry that much about draft picks. Seeing they've got a lot of first-round picks from Brooklyn in the trade, so they don't have to go, all in tank mode. And after all, they're still the Celtics, one of the most successful franchises in the NBA, and I don't think they would go down that easily. So we'll have to wait what happens, but I do think they've got a promising lineup, they got a good coach, and if all the players can perform how they're supposed to do, then they'll definitely have an interesting year. So that was it for the Boston Celtics. Up next will be the New York Knicks, and make sure you check out the rest of the videos and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace out.